This is another microwave dried Coastal Redwood blank, about 6 by 2 inches. Now if I make this the bottom, working up through the grain this way, get more grain pattern than if this is the bottom and maybe only 1 or 2 grains are exposed. So this is the bottom. Naturally my center hole's on the other side. That's as it should. That's okay. Do a worm screw again. Throw it on the floor. One thing about getting old is tend to drop things. The worm screw has flat sides. It goes in not just any old way. Now I have to find the center. Open it up to about 3 inches. And should give us a starting point. Can come this way, 1/16 of an inch, and that has got us pretty much in the center. Now to the drill press. Now there's a 5/16 diameter hole, 3/4 of an inch deep. Let the lathe do the work. Fairly soft wood, so I don't want to be too muscular. On the face shield, zip up my jacket. $8.50, starting to shake just a little. Feels like it's hopping just a little bit. Go ahead. I need to quit talking through my face shield. What I'm saying is it feels like the gouge needs sharpening. And if you have to ask yourself, does it need sharpening? It needs sharpening. It needs sharpening. I'm back in a minute. I'm making a slow, light pass with a newly sharpened gouge in hopes of getting rid of the torn end grain. Why is it worse on one end than the other? I don't know. Okay, true it up and then put the outside shape on it.
that feels smooth. I think I need to get this out of the way from now on.
I cut out a minute or two of beautiful shots of the back of my head. You don't need to thank me.
Look about 1400. Wow, dust.
My dust control system is simple. It's a powerful fan permanently mounted in the window, turned on only to low, with the shop door cracked open to allow air to get in.
No tear out.
No end grain tear out. I'm learning the value of slow, light passes with an extremely sharp tool. My head was in the way when I was cutting the mortise. Here I'm finishing it up with my skew, the angle of which is just about right for the dovetail. The bowl was so smooth I started sanding with 240 grit and finished with 400.
So now I have to ask myself, do I want to take this down some more to try to get rid of that? I don't think so.
I decide not to let perfect be the enemy of good.
See what this alcohol does for showing up that crack thing.
I wasn't sure whether that hairline mark was a scratch or a crack. I thought applying alcohol would make it show up better.
Either a crack or a scratch, and I haven't done anything to scratch it, and now I can't find it. Here it is. Is that it? Huh.
Water-based polyurethane worked well on previous bowls, so I decided to use it on this one. After sanding the first coat, I looked for the crack, or scratch, whatever it was.
That apparent crack has apparently disappeared. Good.
I applied a second coat, being careful to keep it out of the mortise.
Let that dry for a while while I go do other things.
I sanded the second coat, wiped off the dust, and applied a third coat of urethane.
Trying to decide if I want another coat on there. It means I won't be able to turn the inside today. Move it. We'll go ahead and put another coat on here.
I put on a fourth coat, but didn't want to wait till the next day for it to dry, so I put a small heater on the lathe facing the bowl, and it dried very quickly. The abrasive paste alone gave the 4 coats of urethane a mighty nice shine, but I put on the wax anyway.
Now that crack shows up again. It's not quite as nice as the other one, probably because of my impatience and not letting that dry overnight. But
I spent a few minutes arguing with myself as to whether I should take it down to bare wood and start over. The finish wasn't quite as nice as it could be, probably because I did not let the urethane dry overnight and become rock hard. But I decided to proceed. I could change my mind later. During my first year and a half of turning, I put way too much pressure on both mortises and tenons, much more than is necessary. I paid for it a few times in crushed tenons that broke and mortises that split out. Only recently have I learned it doesn't take a lot of force, and tightening each side only once is probably enough.
wasn't watching batteries closely enough. Trying to even up the bottom here.
I'm still not happy with the bottom.
I'm going farther.
Neither of my scrapers had a tight enough radius to fit the curve at the bottom of the bowl. I felt I had no choice but to use my round carbide. That worked well, so I used my rounded square to touch up the bottom. I'm still not happy with the curve at the bottom. This goes on for quite a while, and you are probably getting as tired of looking at it as I am, so we'll skip ahead. It looks like I'm finally satisfied, but guess again. I took the rest of this day off and went fishing.
What I've decided to do here is take this back down to bare wood. Sand the entire thing, finish it all at once. It's too nice a bowl not to make as nice as I possibly can. This might be 120. Who knows? I have a catch here I did not know about. How did I do that? Can't figure out what tool that was. Almost gone. One little spot. That does not hurt the wall thickness. Still pretty even. Got a little bit of a moat around the middle here, so we'll have to take that down a little bit. 60 is extremely aggressive. We'll have to be careful. And the question now is, do I want to come back in and scrape this again? I think I've got enough room to do that. I can't believe I did that. My usual trick, finishing the cut, taking a deep breath and relaxing as I turn away, doing damage like that. I look down to kick power cord out of the way. Now we're about to clear down into there. Gotta concentrate here.
If I keep having to correct mistakes like this, pretty soon I won't have any bowl left.
Okay, we're done with that. Look at all that. A little more. This might be a nicer bowl for all the screw ups. Okay, time for sanding sealer. I'm not happy with this interior at all. I don't know how to sand these tight coves without leaving streaks, but I've got to find a way. What I think I'm going to do, see if I can very lightly, carefully scrape this right here. If I can do that and get a smooth enough cut, either not sand it at all or lightly sand it with 320 maybe. First we check to make sure it's still tight after sitting overnight. It is. So what I want to do is just ever so lightly, and I'll make it a negative rake simply by raising the handle and tilting like that, and very, very lightly. Don't expect bad things to happen, but put my shield on anyway. 1400.
That chatter tells me what's happening.
Okay, it's not perfectly round anymore. It's closing in. But that pretty much cures the problem if I can just get it down into here also. I'm going to put the rest just a little higher, so when I'm raising the handle I'm not getting too deep. Okay, down to the bottom, at the bottom, getting closer, coming up. Sanding marks are gone where I've made contact. Not getting all the way up, little by little, a little more. Okay, all of the sanding marks down here in the cove are gone. Little bit of faint tear out in the ends. Didn't quite get all the way up here, but I don't think that's critical. I can sand this. I can't sand this with the drill. Okay, I am finally happy with that. I got concentric circuits clear down here. How the hell does that happen? The shape of the bottom has changed too. Holy cow. Might have should have quit when I was ahead. Well, I was never ahead. I should have quit when I was only a little behind. Pretty soon I'm going to run out of bowl. I might end up with nothing left of this. Sort of a sacrifice for the learning experience. Let that spin dry. Going straight to your thing. Looks pretty good. Everything's covered. Nothing dripping. Okay, let that dry. Thoroughly.
I was spending way too much time on this one project, but I was learning things as I went along, so the time wasn't wasted. The bowl would not be perfect, but few things are. So I finished it up with axe, paste, and polish, and called it done.
I'm pleased. I was getting ready to throw this away. Okay, I think I will brand this one. And call it done. Well, you missed that when I reached up to turn off the camera. When my hand came back down, hit the cardboard, flipped this on the ground, and put a big chip in it. And damn, that makes me mad. Not a chip, a crack. I've cracked the damn bowl, son of a...
I have got to learn to quit leaving the chuck key in the chuck.
Don't even know what this hit on the way down. That's how I make most of my mistakes. When I'm finished. Finished with a cut. And I get a catch casually pulling the tool out of the bowl. See that crack right there? I don't know what that hit. I think what it hit is this. This is sharp enough right there to do that damage. Just when I decided this might be nice enough to sell or give away, now it's not. So it's my bowl.